Howdy y'all, it's me, Rainbow Twilight, and just before this video starts, I thought I'd all let you know, this is the Pony to the Power 4 podcast, episode 3. Episode 2 was on my computer that just died fantastically, wonderfully. That's being recovered currently, so that should be out eventually. I really have no timeline for when my computer should be getting back. You know how Best Buy and manufacturers and stuff work. And blah-de-blah-de-blah. Just thought I'd let you all know that Podcast 2 shall be postponed, but in the meantime, please enjoy Podcast 3. Hey everyone, it's me, Rainbow Twilight, and here we are with the PoniPoniPoniPoniCast. I'm unsure if I said that right. And I'm joined with...
Hello, welcome back to the podcast. This is Alpha.
Hey, this is Bats back again.
Niner for the first time.
Blue Midnight, first time also.
Crazy Pigeon, first time also.
Fluffy!
Is your engineered electronics freak, or Cody?
I have no special introduction, and I'm Peanut.
I'm James Wargle. So, yeah.
And I'm Toto. I'm at the last of the line.
Woo! Huzzah!
Yay!
Yeah. You made the line.
Yeah.
No.
That's true.
Dun, dun.
Now to descend into chaos.
Pretty much.
I love it.
We did that part as well.
I know, and you had to go and break the fourth wall right there.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
And it goes falling down.
So, what
You said wing
shall
it.
we
Somebody-
talk about first?
Yeah, somebody throw something out.
Talk about the new episode thing as we kept trying to when we weren't recording yet.
Yeah, the relatively new episode. It's been
Yeah.
a week.
Like that.
So, they
Like
gave
that.
Spike a episode. So, it has
Like
been
that.
proven that they give background ponies episodes. Applejack has an episode. Background pony has an episode. Applejack is background pony.
Your logic is impeccable.
I saw a pretty awesome picture someone did that mentioned the fact that Applejack has had a speaking role in every episode of Season 3 so far, when half of the rest of the cast has not. So who exactly is
She's
the
also
background
sent
pony?
She's also sent a letter. Only one, really, two.
Yeah.
Only letter of Season 3? Which, you know that Princess Celestia is getting fed up at this point.
I didn't learn anything. Lol.
Yep. American college system. Yay.
Equestrian.
Has she even made it in the third season yet?
She's just sitting there
She was-
waiting and getting cobwebs on her.
She was in the first episode a little bit.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. One thing I kind of found interesting is how they use the 3D animations almost. I'm not sure if they did it for the Timberwolves.
Yes.
Just the way those were like 3D. That was quite interesting, I guess.
That was
Was-
cool.
Yeah,
That's an animation assistance method that's used
Mhm.
that I personally don't dislike because it's jarring and when you match it up with other animation in the show, you can tell it's different. And the reason that it's done that way is simply to save time and effort when you don't... They're working in Flash already. They shouldn't need that. It looked cheap. That's what I saw. That's what I saw out of it. Is it looked cheap?
I didn't like it, but I understand why they did it, because it is those Timberwolves. They have a ton of parts that you would have to animate for the thing. It just would be ridiculous. So I understand but I don't really like that they did it. If they were able to make it so that it transitioned better, then that would have been.
Yeah, it could have been that, or they could have been trying to do make them look different without really having a different art style for them, I guess. I'm not sure how else to say it, but they could have been doing that just to give them a more of a different foreign look than the rest of the Equestrian. So they less of Equestria, so they kind of threw it 3D, and yeah.
Well, also think about this. As they said, Timberwolves is made up of a ton of little parts. That's a lot of tweeting to do. So if you animate, you know what it takes. That's a lot of moving things around.
Yeah.
Not in Flash. That's the problem for me. Is that with all these shortcut programs, you shouldn't need to take additional shortcuts. There's no reason to not be able to do that in Flash. You set up all of the animatics for it once, and it's just a matter of moving it around. Especially on the Timberwolves that don't have the same type of moving parts. Like their arms are like joined pieces of wood. So you animate the one piece of wood, and then you can move it in any direction. It would take a lot of effort to set up the drawings for all the Timberwolves.
Hey, Bats. Are you
Yeah.
saying they run it like, I've seen some of the people make video games like that, where they make the character and then just, like, can play with it all day long?
Basically, that's what you can do in Flash. It's more complicated than that for the way that they do the rest of the characters, just because the rest of the characters are, they try and make them look like moving, living creatures. But the Timberwolves are like assembled together pieces of wood, so you don't even need to do that. You could do the easier way to do it.
Yeah.
And instead, they went with the way that looks weird. That
They're going
looks
to be
fake
jointing
cheap.
and what do I want to say? Robotic, because they're wood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is my personal opinion, though,
Mhm.
and it's one of those things that weird, cel-shaded, kind of half 3D look is becoming really common in a lot of animated shows. And every time I see it, it looks cheap to me.
Yeah, I definitely didn't like it, but
It's
I think
okay.
they're bringing it
It's
back.
like GameCube animation to me.
Exactly.
overall, though, the plot line of the episode was kind of, well, predictable to say the least.
We've seen it in every
it
single
was.
cartoon that there is.
Yeah.
Did anyone else notice that Spike became totally, derp-minded when he's normally extremely reliable and really good at what he does?
Yeah, it did seem kind of like just a
Clumsy and awful.
The
at
only
what he
reason
does.
why I can actually have is why they have that is because Spike has been around Twilight ever since birth, so for quite a while most likely. So he's probably gotten
be a robot.
used to doing that sort of work. But when it comes to other work, he could be clumsy. That's the only reasoning I see behind that.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons, but they did overplay that a bit. I mean,
Yeah.
he's unable to broom up something without
No,
making it
yeah,
complete
I
mess.
know that seemed kind of.
Derp level clumsiness.
Yep.
I'm pretty sure that the only reason it was there was so that there'd be some drama in the episode.
Yeah.
And that,
On a-
that whole manufactured nonsense it's the same thing a problem I had with Magic Duel.
Yeah.
on
Well,
a-
but actually, I came up with like sort of half-ish solution to that when I was thinking about it, as you do. But anyways, have you guys seen Avatar: The Last Airbender?
I
Yes.
have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A bunch of it.
My thinking of it is that when she became all powerful, like in the flashback, it's sort of like when Aang went into the Avatar state, like on accident. She really had no control over it, but she had like this unbridled power. Now she's working up to be able to get to that level, but she's still not quite there, you know?
Yeah.
I cannot understand that as an excuse for why they have Twilight seemingly underpowered in Magic Duel. And I'm fairly okay with that. I think the real problem is that really what it has to do is the episode was supposed to be season 2 and came out early in season 3.
That's true.
So you
That or
have
they want you to vote for the underdog.
yeah, I could see that. It's just that if that was mid season 2, the power level would have made sense. It didn't make sense after the Royal Wedding episode or the Crystal Empire episode.
Yeah, because after you sort of, all kind of hard to think that you're underpowered.
Yeah.
Well, but gravity's constant. That should be easy to modify, right?
Yeah. But age spell, it threw her off.
Threw her off so much she had to lie. And
Yep.
somehow got Applejack to go along with it in such a way that it wasn't obvious.
I know, right? I thought it was funny how Rarity was standing on Granny Smith like that.
Anyway.
Did Rarity even make it into that episode?
Yeah.
Yeah, she did.
Oh, I guess I missed it.
Yeah, that was actually
Yeah.
one of the spots the points that I really liked about this episode. Pretty much all the main 6 had a significant role in it, which is getting to be kind of uncommon.
Pinkie Pie's plan is best plan.
Yes.
Mustache.
Yeah. Still though, just when she got her mouth deleted, that was I don't know why, that was just incredibly funny to me. I laughed
was.
for quite a while.
It was great.
That was the best part of an
It was
episode.
amazing.
Like, much like how I love the fact that Rainbow Dash apparently writes My Little Pony fan fiction. That was awesome.
Yeah.
I couldn't help but laugh when I heard that.
Yeah. I actually leaked out possibility, and I actually had to tell someone that watched it, like, oh my, Celestia! Rainbow Dash writes fan fiction? That's canon now? What? Not fan fiction.
Which part are you talking about now?
And,
She was like at the window and was
Oh,
like
that's right.
working
Oh,
on
they're AJ?
working on my novel. And it was like,
no.
I have a novel. It's like, yeah, it's about a Pegasus who's awesome, is gonna be part of the Wonderbolt someday.
Wherever did you get that idea?
However, did you come up with that ingeniously woven, intricate plot
I
line?
just thought it up.
Because not only is it fan fiction, it's self-insert fan fiction. So it's just, I mean, the only thing it could have been like more hardcore is if it was a Brony and Equestria story.
these weird, like, human, like, these things that stand on 2 legs coming into our world.
Rainbow Dash has been
Why
hanging
we're
out with
approved.
Wires
That's
much.
without us.
And we're on like a TV show that they watch or something, and it would seem kind of weird, but they're really into us, but they're nice. I don't get it.
I don't know. I got one Flash video that says they're not nice. But actually, kind of a weird thing. Is this something I read in the fiction and I'm picking it up, or is it was in the actual show? But where Spike was doing the baking, because every time I read it in the fiction stuff, he's always really good at baking or cooking or anything.
Well, in the episode with the, I think it was the dragon migration. He baked, was it cookies or something?
I
He had an
Yeah,
apron.
he's made in
yeah.
a couple episodes. I'm pretty sure he's made souffles, like fancy.
I know, yeah, but when it comes to baking, apparently apple pies with Apple Jacks, he's horrible at that.
Sweetie
So
Belle
makes
can't
no
make
Bye.
Yeah, again, one of those just.
I know, just
Spike is terrible for this episode only, so it's watchable. Because you know that if he was like really good at everything, like he should be, then like Applejack would have been annoyed and kind of frustrated to have him there being a slave, but wouldn't have anything to complain about.
Yeah.
Well, he was really good at stacking those rocks.
He was
Yeah, he was.
exceptional at stacking rocks.
And counting
Sole
grass.
purpose
I know,
of
because that's apparently the
Rainbow
only
Dash.
thing he would not be able to do, but he was able to do it, like, perfect.
He counted the grass.
Yeah.
Defied gravity with those rocks too.
All the grass.
He stacks books with Twilight, so
Rock stacking does make sense, yes.
Grass
It's a
counted.
valuable life skill.
So
What I found funny was when he pulled out the dragon code or something. Yeah, the ID card or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, oh, is that your fake ID?
Sir, I believe this is a fake ID.
no, I'm
think
totally
so.
old enough to get into the club.
Why do you think he was so clumsy today on that episode? He'd been out all night.
Yeah.
Partying.
Yeah.
Doing
Little
his
Spike
best.
dipping into that, like, the ruby sauce or whatever. I don't, dragons eat gems and also other food or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, apparently it's
Hey,
salt.
fries.
Dragons just eat whatever
Should be
they
salt.
want. Spike even eats baked
Yeah.
nads.
But they like gems.
He had some of those crystals, man.
dim
He
crystals.
could have eaten himself.
What else happened in the episode?
Oh,
Oh,
definitely distress.
about leaked information.
Hmm?
You know what I'm talking about.
I don't. I stay away from all spoilers.
Yeah, I try to stay
Yeah,
away
I
from
normally don't know
spoilers.
the
I
name
suppose
of the
myself.
episode until I actually watch it. So
Same here.
Yeah.
I know the
Like
name
the
of the
Twilight
episode.
Mother.
I'm bad. I pay attention to spoilers.
I just know it's supposed to be a Fluttershy episode. That's all I know.
yeah, and it's not gonna be here for a while.
Yeah, and I hear it's a
Who wants to complain with me?
supposed to be
Yeah,
good.
who wants to complain with me about
Yeah,
the episode
I do.
by week? Nobody? Did everybody just die?
17th?
Yeah.
I thought it was the 19th.
Oh yeah, 19th would make more
Yeah, the
sense.
19th is a Saturday.
Yeah.
It's a weekend when my classes start.
Me too.
Well, everyone's a full weekend.
I don't really mind the 2-week break, particularly, mostly because I'm really not looking forward to the 6-month break after the 4 episodes that are left.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Just
true.
weird though, is they had such a big break between season 2 and 3, and they couldn't put 13 episodes out at one shot.
Hmm.
That's true.
I am not
13 is
whining.
like-
I am complaining. This is whining.
I thought you said you wanted.
Yeah.
And
Do
13 is only half
we
season.
want to have one big emo moment together?
Yes.
All
No.
right,
Have a cutting.
3,
No,
2,
I'm
1.
abstaining from this.
Why?
My mic's being.
Yeah.
Ah,
Yeah. Over the past 4 days of not having a computer, I've almost had nothing to do but really just watch ponies. Yeah. On Netflix. So
So there have been a lot of. Oh, the year is now 2013. Should we talk about that a little bit?
oh yeah, we were supposed to
No.
do a year 2012 in review.
By the way,
Uh,
2012 did end. Your minds couldn't accept it, and they created this false reality for you guys to keep going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
Yeah. The world did end when the mind said it would.
what if I told you you still thought it was 2012?
If you take the red pill.
Purple Tail.
Take your apple. Hey.
What happens if you take both pills at one time?
Overdose.
Trip out.
Which one hits your digestive system first?
You see everything.
Let's see. Okay.
Take those, grind them up, put them into a powder, like a purple powder, and snort it all.
Well, I'm pretty sure they're
What?
gel capsules. In the movie.
Well, then you can break them open and mix them together. It's even easier.
Yeah, and then mix it into pudding or cake mix.
Cupcakes.
And then pass it out at school.
All the students you're not real, and start punching teachers.
It's just Dayquil and NyQuil.
Is that how you get an evening quill?
Yeah.
Yeah. And for the year 2012 in review, I can't help much because I've only been a brony for 3 months now. So.
Yeah, same here. I've only been a brony since August.
Really?
Yeah.
About the same
August,
year, yeah.
August 22.
I think mine was somewhere in November.
Sorry.
I've been on one for about a year.
barely a year for me.
2 years for me.
Okay, wait. So, when did season 2 end?
Season 2 ended back in, oh, what was it?
June?
No, it wasn't
May.
June. It was,
Not sure if I'm turning into a robot or everyone else is.
like,
Aw, bad internet is bad.
early May.
It's a derpy style.
Drippy style. Hey, DJ Pone 3.
Yeah.
Love that song.
I think the number one song for Pony Songs of 2012 has to be Bad Seed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah.
Yeah. But which one?
Wikipedia
Which
says-
remix?
yes. So should we just
No
There are
remix.
thousands.
so should we just go
Just
through
normal.
a generic list of best of 2012?
Generic list.
Yeah.
A generic list.
Generic
And then a
That's
pony
Apple.
list. We'll do a generic list and a pony list.
Say list of what?
Oh, like generic list, like
Well-
as in whatever happened in 2012.
Gangnam Style happened in 2012.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
top
Oh.
video. No, I don't think any of us like that it's top video, but it just factually is. So.
Actually,
I
I
don't-
like
I don't
some guy
mind.
made a.
I love it.
Because I have not gotten tired of it yet. I've not gotten tired of Gangnam
I
Style
still
at all.
like.
Do the dance pretty good.
I've never
I'm
actually
gonna be horrible. I'm
watched-
gonna say I'm gonna be a hipster with this, but I actually listened to it quite a few months back when it was first up on YouTube.
Me too.
I know.
2000.
I've never
I was actually
Nice.
into it before. It was very popular.
Listening to it before it was
I'm a
cool.
hipster. I'm a horrible little hipster.
Want
I
a
have
piece of
to-
really hot pizza?
I actually found not quite a parody, but a modified version of that. Some Asian guy does a gunman style,
And there's
and it's really good.
Oh, yeah, I
also
saw that.
like kind of a joke version, hot dog condom style.
Um,
Yeah, I've seen that.
Well, this one's not really a joke style. It's just a different version. It's really good. It's
Just a
well
parody.
done though. Put it in YouTube and you can find it.
A lot of good
Yeah, I've seen
parodies, a lot of entertaining things. I appreciate Klingon style quite a bit. That was pretty
Yeah.
awesome.
Good times.
Gandalf style was awesome.
Yeah.
Deadpool
I've seen one of someone dressed up in a very convincing Slender Man costume.
Oh, I've
dancing
seen
at
that
people.
one.
That
Yeah.
was awesome.
Just walking by people like
The best one was
adventure or something, just dancing Gangnam Style. It's amusing. It's great. He just does the dance so perfectly too.
Yeah.
I figured out that the secret to dance
the one best.
is suits.
Have you seen the guy?
One's the one with Deadpool.
That's
Yeah, the
it.
Deadpool running a pan or whatever.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking. That
Yeah.
one's really good.
Best one.
Just a bunch of random people.
I like
Best
the one
bona
with
fide
Lyra
version,
Bon
I
Bon
think, is-
myself.
That one's pretty good, but I think best bona fide version is Pinkie Pie style one.
Nah, I like
That's-
Derpy style.
Was that animated, or was this just the song?
There was some animation to it, but a lot of it was also the song parody to
That's
it.
from
Okay.
the song parody. My favorite has to be S'mores Derpy Style, which is being
Yeah.
Meredith Sims S and No Whack. Well, Meredith Sims and No Whacking. That one.
You did one three.
Yep. It's that one.
Okay, so Gangnam Style takes Internet Video of the Year for 2012. So how about movie?
Grab.
Movie?
The
The
Hobbit.
Hobbit?
Inception.
The Hobbit.
Avengers?
Avengers.
Was the Avengers in 2012?
Yeah, May.
Should we talk about The Dark Knight Rises and what happened in Aurora?
Oh,
at all,
yeah.
Since that's kind of close to home.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
that is close
Oh,
to
yeah.
I
home.
haven't even watched the Batman movie yet.
That was kind of sad.
Yeah.
Blah blah blah.
Let's get
People
away
are messed
all
up.
night.
Blah blah. Let's just
Blah,
get
blah,
on.
blah.
Gun control, blah blah blah.
Gun control,
Yeah, that
blah, blah,
was-
blah. We're going to get into some heavy political argument.
Blah blah blah.
You
Right wing.
hear
Blah blah
about
blah.
gun
left
control?
Wing, blah blah
Yeah,
blah.
no.
racist
Somewhere
wing.
else, buddy.
No.
Only way you can stop a good guy with a gun is with a only way you can stop a bad guy with a gun is a good guy with a gun. Because we're totally going to get a whole bunch of bad guys with guns to stop good guys with guns now.
You want my opinion on that?
Yeah.
We
What?
need to get rid of schools. It creates a bad environment and creates the opportunity for people with guns.
Okay, round of applause, everybody.
If you get rid of the opportunity, if you get rid of the opportunity in the
Oh.
situation, it won't happen anyway.
Just a little bit of applause for that.
Job. You may as well be America's next big thing.
America!
Thinking like that.
Too much gathering.
The fires, Boulder Canyon fire happened
Thinking like
this
that,
year.
son, and you'll go far.
Oh, politics, you so silly. You know,
Oh,
Celestia 2012.
yeah.
Luna.
No,
Makes sense.
Luna is Celestia's vice.
United Equestria 20.
So this is random, but how old are they anyway?
Ooh.
Older
But-
too.
Everybody.
Oh, just
Here,
everyone?
podcast.
Celestia, how old is she?
Celestia?
Oh,
Maybe the ranges from like
obviously.
There's
1,000+ years.
yeah, there's no
at least
canon
1,000.
age, just 1,000+ years for both of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, actually, in all, you may not know this, but one of the current fics that I'm looking at writing is Twilight Sparkle's compilation and guide to all alicorns and deities, and in that guide, I put Celestia as a god that came before time.
Oh,
I
was
like
gonna
that
say
interpretation personally,
Well,
but
that's one interpretation.
I say if
the
she's
official canon answer is 1,000+ years and not a huge amount of time before 1,000.
Mhm.
Yeah.
so if she's that good looking at 1,000, how long did she spend as a baby? Like 400 years?
Probably.
Does she age?
Yeah, but
Not
then
really.
look at Luna. She was a
That's always
child
the
at the end of
question.
episode 2.
Wait,
she
who's
was
older? Celestia or Doctor Who?
Ooh. Time Lord. Who's older, an Alcorn or a Time Lord?
Well,
Time
from
Lord.
a non-linear perspective, time is just a big mesh of wibbly-wobbly, timey-wimey stuff.
Yes.
It's
Stop.
true.
Uh-huh.
Here's the other question: was Luna actually aging while on the moon, or even then, was
No.
she actually aging as Nightmare Moon? Seeing as Nightmare Moon
Nightmare
has
Moon
been
is aging.
the canon answer is that she was possessed by a demonic force, and that wasn't actually Luna.
Well, if we consider, if we go down that path that Luna paused her aging, it does look like Luna is younger than Celestia,
She is
But-
Celestia's little sister.
but not exactly by 1,000 years.
Yeah, but at the end
So,
of the
but
second
if
episode,
we change,
sorry.
if we change that their aging is that maybe for them 1,000 years is to us like 10 years, then maybe we can calculate how old Celestia is, and she's like 10,000 years or something.
I think just from a lot of how it's been presented, the reason that Luna was so young was as a result of being released from Nightmare Moon, because she looks a lot different from the end of the first 2 episodes than she does when we see her again in the Nightmare Night episode.
Yeah, that's true.
And that was like, what, 9 months past at the most?
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
Big
it would have
growth
been
spurt,
like
huh?
the first. It would have been the first Nightmare Night there.
Well, actually, I'm curious because how much time passes? Because during the first episode, Applejack says it was time for the Apple family reunion.
Yeah.
So, and it happens every 100 moons. So that's 8 years, give or take. Wait, I believe my math may be wrong. But no, that's
I don't know how long does the moon
give
last.
or take 8 years.
Yeah. Also,
Well,
and also you look at Alcorn aging, look at Cadence, because apparently Cadence is like about a little bit older than Twilight, when Twilight was just a little filly and that stuff, and now that Twilight's a bit older, we notice that Cadence is a bit older as well, so it basically seems like they're aging the same way, just doesn't know if there's any different ways of aging for all
Yeah,
Alicorns.
Cadence isn't
'Cause, I mean,
really
yeah.
a deity.
My assumption,
Yeah.
as it's been presented in the show, is that alicorns basically their childhoods are the same as other ponies, and then when they hit adulthood, they stop aging. That
Yeah.
seems to be how it's handled.
Yeah.
Sounds about
Only
right.
if they're
Well,
pretty.
you see, people look at time as a strict progression from cause to effect, but in reality, it's, well, like what you said before, a big ball of wibbly wobbly, timey wimey stuff. So therefore, really, it doesn't matter how much they age.
Time line? Time is not made out of lines. It is made out of circles. That's why clocks are round.
Yep. And besides, another thing that's quite interesting is that apparently Celestia used to have her hair pink, but now that's rainbow colored and wavy too. But other than that, Celestia must have been around for quite a while, because when you think about it, in the Heartswarming Eve, way before Celestia and Luna's peaceful role, as they called it, is when the unicorns basically controlled the sun and the moon. You had the Pegasus that controlled weather, and then you had the Earth planes, which controlled the crops. And then you had Discord's rule, and then that's when Luna and Celestia threw them out, well, threw Discord over, and then that's when they rolled. So how long actually was that little time period before Discord's time of ruling? That's what I want to know.
I think that's what they're going to reveal in the episode, won't they?
Hopefully,
I hope so.
if there is an episode like that. And if there is an episode like that confirmed, and you guys know, don't say, because I don't know if there is an episode like that confirmed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't really know either.
It's funny
I don't know
listening
either,
to
so-
all this.
I've just heard rumors.
It's funny listening to all this when I'm writing a fic that actually explains all the timelines, like how I wrote it. is Celestia and Luna did not interfere with the unicorns, earth ponies, and Pegasi. They just observed. And then after Discord interceded, they needed to intervene. Like, Discord left.
Well, do you think they were unicorns? Were they just plain unicorns like Twilight before, and they just evolved?
Well, what I'm guessing,
No.
like what I wrote is that there were mother figures for each of the 3 species that put the species onto Equestria, and then they all went from there. And then after
That link's for you, by the way, Rainbow Twilight.
What?
That link I just posted is for you.
Oh,
But go ahead.
yeah. After
That's great.
after Equestria was
amazing.
established, after the events of Heartswarming Eve, then eventually Discord saw Equestria, decided that he wanted more power, so he left the plane of the gods, and he went down to Equestria to take over.
There's also another option.
But
Celestia is really, really old and has had a lot of plastic surgery.
Oh.
You seen Dolly
That's
Parton
another thing.
recently?
It's like,
I sense a grim dark fic in there, one where she sucks the age out of other ponies, where she
That's
kidnaps like
too
little
easy.
little virgin foals and drinks their age.
hey, so those wavy manes. Kate's gonna get a wavy mane. That's why I want to know.
But I want to.
Maybe.
Those forever wavy manes. Is it just some crazy shampoo that's lets you use that Blue kind of keeps on accidentally using? What?
When you get to level 9,000.
I love that comic too.
It's just magic.
Magic.
Then why don't unicorns have wavy manes? Well, yeah, never mind. That's because alicorns have greater magic than unicorns do.
Super alicorn magic.
Super alicorn magic. Don't even question how it works, because.
And then they're gonna make Twilight an alicorn, and she'll get that. And oh god,
No.
no.
And then oh god,
No.
Twilight wavy mane.
No.
The first rule of alicorn magic is you do not talk about alicorn magic.
Alright, what's the second
Oh,
rule?
I know we talk about it.
Second rule of alicorn magic is you do not talk about alicorn magic.
The rule that
Right,
makes no
third.
sense. Kinda.
Third rule is no shirts or no shoes, but they're ponies. So
Wait, they have those parts though. Do those count as shoes?
Is that like no fur, no service?
Nice. There you are.
fur, no mate, no service.
Oh, wait, that means 4 changelings can't get any service on.
Hey!
Well, pick it up shape.
Then they could just change it to a pony. It works. They can get service still because they can change.
Okay, it works.
Yeah.
That works. Griffins, they can't get service though.
Nope.
Wait, no, yeah, they can. Lions have fur. What can't get service? Dragons can't get service.
Yeah,
Poor
they're-
Spike.
Or Spike.
Or
I know.
Yeah.
Some dragons can get service. There are some dragons that have hair. So,
Oh yeah, Stephen Magnet.
Well,
But
yeah.
changelings,
He
are
was
they
He was more of a sea
fur or
serpent.
just
He
like
is, but
like a
still though,
coily
sea serpents are relatives to dragons, so there may be dragons somewhere with hair.
Yeah, and Twilight could just use her magic to
Mustache.
to give him a mustache.
what's that?
Mustache
Oh, that
on the
was
top of the head. It's a man now.
That was Rarity that gave him back his stash.
Yeah, Rarity gave Stephen Magnet back half of his mustache. Yeah.
Good eyebrows too. If you're being technical.
Yeah. Yeah.
I can't grow
Those
much.
Stephen Magnet eyebrows. Mm.
Don't worry, I got my mustache going on right now.
I can't grow a mustache. I'm a lady.
No.
Whoa.
A
You
little
can't
creep.
grow a mustache.
Doesn't mean you can't. There's just a very small chance.
There's always hope.
Trying.
There's always
Always hope.
someday. Keep wishing for those mustache dreams.
If you grow one, let me know when you go to the circus.
It's just peach fuzz that no one can see. Which I give you back.
So, also in the latest episode, when Rainbow Dash mentions having Spike help finish Applejack's unfinished fanfic, do you see? Look at Applejack's face. I'm quite curious as to see what Applejack's fanfic is about because she gets kind of
It's a
surprised.
flop. Dang it, Applejack.
Applejack's fanfics about Rainbow Dash.
Or Rarity.
Whoa.
Well,
Shippers come out to play.
You still gotta write part 2, Bats.
No, there will never be a part 2.
Part 3, part 4, and
No,
part four.
never again.
Mhm.
Okay, while we're on the topic of Applejack, have you guys noticed how many times they've raised her barns?
I know 4
Yeah.
times. I would just hate to have the insurance for the
Yeah.
barn. That would suck.
Although,
Let's see.
I believe it's actually 4 times too. So 1, 2,
Yeah.
3, 4.
There-
Yeah,
Paris
no,
Bright,
can't use this barn.
Dash blowing it
They
up.
made Pinkie Pies, Rainbow Dash.
No, I thought they
Paris
raised her
Bright.
barn 3 times.
No, the Paris
Okay.
Bright, and then
Oh yeah, the Paris rights.
Oh, yeah. So it is 4.
do they ever show them using nails in the barn?
Nope.
That's the problem. They don't nail it together.
well, I saw them nailing
Falls
in the
over.
latest one.
They did.
Well,
maybe
my
it'll
question
fall
is,
apart.
does PoniPoni have the engineering degree to construct such type of barn? And is the land properly surveyed?
I think that Big Mac has a PhD.
Totally.
I know how to
I'm,
do
I'm
it, but
guessing
it's-
Big Mac has a few years of law school in there somewhere.
Yeah.
That was clearly an Amish barn raising, so you don't really need that much going on to it. So
Yeah.
I know how to build buildings. I went to school for it.
Plus, they built it like four other times in the past, so
So
Just
I
be really
didn't know how to-
At least
they know where everything goes.
Yeah.
They get their barns from IKEA.
That's why it's falling.
Yeah, that's about a season.
So, also in the new episode, Spike got a little song-ish.
Yeah, sort of.
Yeah, kinda.
Yeah.
about as much as his duet with Twilight in the premiere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Seems nobody likes the new song.
Mm.
Oh, speaking of the new song, I actually really like a remix. I've heard of it. It's a Sam Gritino one. But anyways, with the new song, there apparently appears to be some words that once they're said that they always hear those words in the song, and it is racist barn.
Racist
Yeah.
barn.
this is
There's a
barn.
bunch of songs like that.
Yeah. Racist barn, racist barn. 1, 2,
1,
3,
2,
4.
3, 4.
Yeah, we can
How could the barn be racist? No,
Barn
it's a
of
corn
racist.
in it?
It's red. It's Indians. I don't know.
Well, do
Oh.
you think any of the ponies are racist?
It's a corn.
Oh.
I
Wait,
love misheard words.
It started out as brown, so that doesn't mean it was a African American that tried to become an Indian then, because it went to red.
Well, they're not racist because at first everybody was afraid of Zecora.
And wait, hold on. Think about that. Speaking of Sakura, she does not live in Ponyville. She lives outside of Ponyville.
Do you think they allow her to live in Ponyville?
Nope.
She's in Ponyville District 9.
This is horrible.
Is there ever going to be another character besides a pony, or is it Zeccora's going to be by herself?
There's
I hope-
donkeys.
Yeah,
Oh,
there
well,
was.
I guess
There's
Donkey
Cranky
too.
Doodle Donkey, and
Forgot about him.
There were the camels from Saddle Arabia, but they didn't really have.
Were they
Wait,
camels?
Yeah,
They
they
were just
I thought those were horses.
yeah, they were just horses,
really were. Wow,
and they were wearing saddles
those are some mess.
because they're from Saddle Arabia.
maybe they were llamas. Who knows?
Oh no!
Llamas with
I
that?
want to see llamas.
I'm gonna look at that thing. I'm gonna look at those pictures and see what they are, because I'm like, I don't know what they are.
They look like an desert horse maybe or something.
Maybe.
Yeah. The Arabic desert horse.
They look like
Yeah,
carousel
Arabian.
donkeys, like the on the.
Oh yeah, actually they do look like horses. It's just that they have quite odd
Saddles?
No, it's not the whole saddles thing. It's just that their facial features.
Oh yeah, they do look different.
Yeah, because I mean, like I'll just link this in the chat. The males and females, if that is a male, it looks like it should be a male on
If that is.
besides some Celestia. has basically the same facial structure as the female does.
Yeah.
They're
there
so
was-
pretty. Wah.
You can tell the body difference too. Look at the legs.
Yeah.
There's a bigger
Mm.
thickness with the males, just the same face though. That's quite uninteresting.
Hmm.
I don't know.
Maybe they're Canadian.
Canadian.
I thought Canada was Griffin territory.
It is.
Oh, it looks
Oh,
like England
Oh,
is.
speaking of this, apparently, some of us have noticed this before, but apparently, Ponyville, if you actually line up the equestrian map to a map of the USA and get the locations of the cities, Ponyville is located somewhere in Colorado.
Yeah.
It's in
Yeah.
Akron, Colorado, I think.
Yeah, Akron, Colorado. That
Isn't it like way west though, middle of nowhere?
that actually
It's way
isn't kind of
east.
east-northish.
Yeah, it's
East
there.
north.
There's
East-ish.
really nothing there.
Think it that way.
I mean,
Oh,
you'll
east?
find some herds
There's
there.
nothing
They'll
east.
just moo at you. You know,
We need
that's
to
all
like
they
have a
do.
meetup there and
I
just
know, and we need to build Ponyville.
We
You
need to
should-
raise
East,
this
I don't
barn.
even
we
think.
need to raise this barn.
Raise this barn there, yeah.
One,
We're
two,
gonna raise
three,
this barn there.
I
Just
don't
raise
think
a
they're-
random barn out in the middle of the field.
Just set up a racist barn for everyone.
There aren't even cows out east in Colorado. There's nothing out there.
I live out in eastern Colorado. There is nothing out here.
I like driving out there because I can drive fast and there's no problem of getting in trouble because there's nothing out there.
Exactly. These are things you do at night.
So who wants to go drag race?
I do. Then we can stop
I
and
don't
we can
think
race
that.
Get my dad's Mustang going.
Pick me up. I'll be that cute girl that stands out there with the flags.
Yay.
Oh, it's Fast and Furious all over again.
The only problem is they didn't use flags. They used something else.
Yeah, shut up.
Yeah. We'll make it a flag. We'll make it a equestrian flag or something.
Yes.
Yeah.
We're
No, I like
we-
the original version better. I don't want a flag. I want the other thing.
Well, that would be My Little Pony underwear then.
Yes, My Little Ponies.
That'll work.
No work. They do sell, like, I can't remember where Hot Topic, I think maybe sell them, I don't know.
See, now I want to do it.
The people at Hot Topic know me when I go there.
Oh, great.
You're terrible. Spencer's should have some pony gear. They should, but they don't.
They don't. FYE, I believe it is, and Hot Topic, those are the only two places I know that actually sell really, like, My Little Pony merchandise aside from, like, Target and Walmart and that
Yeah,
stuff.
speaking of ponies, I just got my shirts, and I'm currently wearing my Lyra t-shirt.
Yes.
Nice.
Nice.
Always.
I believe. Yeah.
I still own 0 authentic merchandise.
I have
Yep.
the first Rainbow Dash shirt that Hot Topic released.
I have like 7 shirts, and I'm currently wrapped up in my blanket right now.
I
Nice.
got a.
I'm wrapped up in a blanket.
It's so
I got-
fluffy!
You're gonna die?
I'm having a hard time not painting some butterflies on the side of my truck when I repaint it.
Oh, nice.
Drive around all manly with the butterflies.
I got
Big
a
truck that'll drive over
wallet
boulders.
for Christmas, like a Rainbow Dash wallet.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
I got
Stamp.
Rainbow Dash hoodie.
Yeah, I'm really annoyed that, like, the day after the t-shirt sale where I got all my shirts, the vinyl scratch shirt got back in stock.
Oh,
That was, like, the main shirt I wanted. Oh, so sad.
that's
What was I gonna say? I ended up picking up a few shirts when I was downtown for New Year's at the Hot Topic on the 60th Street Mall.
Hot Topic has gotten a bigger selection in the past while. In the past while.
It's
Oh,
kinda
shirts.
pricey, though.
Ah, crap.
Still haven't found anything there I wanted to wear.
I'm going to attach some My Little Pony blind bag figurines onto my microphone as I'm talking. Seems like the Pegasus ones are the best ones to hook on because they're arms, so I'm kind of do that at the moment.
Alright.
Currently, I have 3 on, and they're just kind of smacked up to my face. It's great.
Nice.
Just kind of staring up at you like, hello, how you doing?
Now, I wonder how I'm gonna get my
Rainbow Dash.
Rainbow Dash to sit on top of my new microphone. And yeah, I probably shouldn't mention that I just bought like a new super awesome condenser studio microphone. Blah de blah de blah
And
tech.
once I want one. Check, stuff, blah, blah. Awesome, expensive microphone, blah.
Mm.
Gak, gak, gak.
Gack.
Oh,
No
Gak.
tax rumbles.
No more
Oh,
Gak.
God.
Am I gonna have to hit you people?
Yes.
Yak wins
I have
best
a sword.
toy of 2012.
Doesn't need to be a 1K. Doesn't need to be a 1K.
I liked the parody that
Lot of
someone
1Ks.
did of Winter Wrap Up, where it was Winter Gak.
I saw that too. Oh,
That was pretty awesome. But other than that, no more Gak.
the end of the world. Gactimus Prime.
Where did that? Just out of curiosity, where did that start? That whole meme surrounding that toy.
That was
There were
in
3
the very first-
commercials,
Live
right?
chat. It was a
Yeah,
live
back to
chat.
back.
They kept on noticing it.
Yeah.
Actually, 2 weeks ago we watched the episode. There are actually 4 commercials in a
No.
row.
4 in a row.
There were 6.
Well, in one period, but there were 3 like one after another,
Yeah.
like directly one
Actually,
after another.
Or one after another. Because they always went in pairs.
Yeah,
Gak always.
but it was
comes in
annoying,
pairs.
and it was so annoying that everyone band together to proclaim its annoyingness to the rest of the world through the internet. And then after 48 hours, everyone got sick of it.
Big
Pretty
Gack.
much.
And as a result, everyone continued to post Gak jokes forever, because I continue to see new Gak jokes, and I'm done with Gak.
Gak.
Gak is not back.
That got more green time than Sombra.
I can recently try the ghost spice.
It did. Oh, horrible.
Oh wait, let's go old school. Your mom got more screen time than Sombra.
Lol, lol, lol.
Ooh.
Oh, burn.
It's not a burn, it's true. And it's proud, it's true. Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's helping. Just a wee bit. Not by much, but a little bit.
Yeah, I'm doing a really good job at talking. We were doing a really good job at the best of 2012 list.
But then we got sidetracked.
Hour ago.
Yeah, exactly.
There's something I wanted to ask.
Well, Derpy got a speaking role.
That was
Was
awesome.
that in 2012?
Yes,
Yeah,
it
it
was.
Oh,
Well, got a derpy shirt that says, "I don't know what went wrong."
I
Nice.
don't know what went wrong.
So they stopped selling those things over at my Hot Topic. I was
Are you okay, Rainbow Dash?
Anything I can do to help?
so that.
Was that 2012?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Holy cow.
It was back in February, I think.
I jumped in this in, like, I don't know, July,
Yeah, March.
August-ish.
yeah, August here for me.
Yeah, I think you're probably the newest one here.
It might be. I don't know.
Welcome.
October, so September, October, somewhere in there.
Oh,
I came in here somewhere like the end of November. But that was after I proceeded to watch every single episode in like one shot at one night on YouTube.
Yeah, I did that too.
Start
I
that
watched
playing.
them on
actually-
Netflix.
That
Kidding.
wasn't what started the whole thing for me. It was the fan fiction that did. But then I was like, this is a good show. I'll watch this show, but I don't really care. And then there was really good fan fiction, and it all went downhill from there. Now I'm a featured author on film fiction, and oh my god.
Ermagerd.
Ermagerd. Richard.
Ermagerd.